What is going on, people? My name is Jared Massington. I am here live on behalf of LFC Transfer Room as Liverpool take on Porto in the second match day of the Champions League for the Reds. So the match should be starting here in about 5 minutes. I have my stream up on Paramount Plus, and I'll be here chilling with you guys as we see things unfold. So, yeah. Massive match. Welcome in if you're just joining. My name is Jared. Charlie, what up? Thanks for stopping by, lad. Excited for the game. Should be a tough one on the road. Porto's never an easy draw. So I need to turn this volume off. All right, what are we saying, boys? No Trent. Too strong. Yeah, it's a tough week away at Brentford. Honestly, I think the scoreline was a bit unfair. I think a few of their goals were really kind of fluky, but they played really well, and they have a great atmosphere there. They play like really high energy, kind of fearless ball. So, that was a tough match, and then Porto away, and then City at the weekend. So, yeah, it's definitely questionable going with Van Dijk, Matip. We'll see. We're thin right now. We are very thin. Pull up the lineups here on FootMob. All right. Yep. I mean, Mane, Jota, Salah, same exact team as except for Trent, correct? I think it's the same exact squad. Bobby's back on the bench. He was on the bench at the weekend too, but Bobby's on the bench. Origi, Ox, Keita. It's good to see Keita on the bench. I don't think he was on the bench at the weekend. Big Nat Phillips on the bench. Okay, so the only Trent isn't listed here as injured, even though Klopp just said that he had a relatively serious muscle injury, which is not good news, of course. Aside from that, it's just Thiago and, of course, Harvey who are listed as injured here. So, Simicast at least, maybe Taki. Yeah. Some variants would have been good. At least our match is Tuesday instead of Wednesday, so the players get that extra rest day. Come wintertime, they'll be playing matches like every 2 or 3 days during that crazy holiday period. So to them, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, we play Sunday, right? So Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturdays, 4 full days. Maybe they view it as enough time to give them proper rest. I don't know. We do play Sunday, right? I want to make sure. Yeah, I think this is one of those tough matches where I'm sure the atmosphere will be great. I mean, Porto is a storied big club, obviously, but it might be the sort of match where some of the players might be overlooking it a bit, even though any Champions League match is massive, especially given how tough our group is. So that is something to look out for. People might be looking ahead to City. City feels like one of those early, not title deciding matches, but title implications. One of those sorts of matches. So, hopefully we stay composed and we are hungry and we don't look too far ahead to the weekend. And they're playing the anthem now. Yeah, Simicast would have been nice to throw in with Robbo obviously suffering the injury earlier in the year. Grujic is on the bench. All right, they're posing for the group photo, and we are moments away from kickoff. If you're just joining us, drop a comment, score prediction maybe. I'm going to go for, this is totally just guesswork, but usually that's the best way to do it. I'm going to go for a clinical 2-0 Liverpool. Clinical 2-0. Yes, please leave a like on the video, subscribe, comment, drop a comment here in the chat. Let me know where you're watching from. I'm buzzing, man. Champions League night. What did I do there? Score prediction. I'm going 2-0, Charlie. 2-0 Liverpool. What about you? All right, players taking the knee, and we will be kicking off shortly. Come on, lads. Let's go. 4-1. I like it, Charlie. I like it. You know what else I'm mad about, Charlie, is that Curtis Jones had an absolute screamer at the weekend, and it basically got canceled out. You know what I mean? Just super frustrating. Such a shame to drop points. I'm really not over that match. It's like we played so well 98% of the match and like at every area of the pitch, but we somehow managed to let in 3 goals. Like they were just the flukiest, weirdest goals. Pepe, we're just getting news. Pepe was injured in the warm-up, so he's not starting. I mean, that's massive. Veteran, a leader, still a very talented center back. That will help us for sure. Kurtis gets to start again. He's on the ball now. Happy to see him getting more minutes. Yeah, Charlie, it was odd. It was just an odd match. Odd match for sure. Mane loses the ball early. The announcer on Paramount Plus just said that Robbo's under pressure by Tsimikas for his starting role. I wouldn't go that far. I think that's pretty. I love Tsimikas. He's a brilliant young player, but he's not displacing Robbo. I'll give you that. Give you that for free. Interesting how these decisions are made. Regarding the lineup and resting players. Van Dijk didn't play against Milan, arguably the harder opponent. Granted, we were at home, but yet he does play today after starting the weekend and almost 100% likely to start against City, right? So interesting the way these decisions are made. Been an interesting start. Lots of long balls being attempted by both teams. No one's really settled into the match, settled into any possession in a major way yet. We look a little open right now. A little open at the back. But it has been end to end so far, to be fair. Oh, nice cross to Salah. Headed away. Throw into Liverpool. Guys, if you're just tuning in, drop a comment. Let me know where you're watching from. Let me know your score prediction. Liverpool versus Porto away. Hopefully the Trent injury is not too serious, although Klopp did say before the match that it did appear more serious than they first thought. So not great news. And he said he's unlikely for City to play against City. So the string of injuries continue. Aside from Harvey, none of them are extremely long term or serious. It seems. Thankfully. Chris, what up? What up? Welcome in, lad. Up the Reds. Milner playing right back just kills me, man. It's so funny. Such a brilliant player, so industrious. Such a admirable professional. He takes such good care of himself. But just seeing him at right back kills me. It's funny, but effective. Effective when necessary. See, we look a bit open in the back. Just a little bit. Just not quite compact enough. No worries. No worries, Chris. Appreciate you being here, man. Enjoy the party. Oh, to be young. Oh, to be young, Chris. Turn, Mo. Nice. Gosh, this match, it looks really open on both ends of the pitch. Very end to end. Lots of space. This is gonna be an exciting match at this rate. Could be lots of goals. Atmosphere looks lively. I think it's mostly full stadium. I don't know if they have COVID. Actually, no, there are some stands that seem to be empty due to COVID restrictions, but the Ultras stand seems to be full. The flags are flying. Seems like a pretty good atmosphere. Yeah, we've always done well at Porto away, at least over the last few years. I mean, we're used to playing in some pretty hostile stadiums ourselves, obviously in the Premier League, and I'm sure players kind of feed off the high energy, at least the mentally tough ones, which our club is obviously made up of. So oh wow, Porto are a bit more compact now. A few more men behind the ball. Maybe that will be the cadence of the match that kind of that the match settles into. But again, lots of space on the pitch. Liverpool playing their customary pretty high line. Mane loses the ball on the left wing. When I want to know, when is the last time Mane's taken on a man one-on-one and like beat him in a really clean, comfortable fashion? I really can't remember the last time. Something about his dribbling, his decision making, something is just off. Nice. Salah earns a throw right at the corner flag. Stop, Chris. Stop. Diaz seems to be their outlet on the counter. Yeah. Like I said, they seem to have settled into a bit of a lower block. I wouldn't call it like a low block, but more men behind the ball. And again, that'll probably be the cadence of the match. We'll have more possession. And they might look to hit us on the counter. But at home, I don't know if a team like Porto is really going to sit back by any means. Guys, if you're just joining us, drop a like, comment, subscribe. Let us know where you're watching from. Let us know your score predictions. I have gone with 2-0 Liverpool. I think the boys in the back will redeem themselves after the weekend match at Brentford and keep a clean sheet. But won't be an easy match by any means. A sub has just been told to warm up on the Porto bench. Interesting. 12th minute of the match. Maybe it's a slight injury or something. Bravo. Good ball. Oh, just a bit ahead of Salah. There's space on the counter. Chris, I can't do that. What if a new viewer tunes in? I lead them astray. So it looks like Otavio might be the player being subbed off with an injury. Chris, don't troll me, man. I'm on the American stream time, so we're always a bit delayed compared to Europe. I would love to see Kurtis get on the score sheet two matches in a row. That would be great. That's too bad. Otavio is injured. Off the pitch only in the 14th minute, so that's too bad. So now Pepe and Otavio are off with injury. That will definitely help the Reds. Like and subscribe, guys. If you're just tuning in, we would massively appreciate it. Let us know where you are watching from. I'm in Brooklyn, New York. It's been a bit of a disjointed start to the match. Like I said, lots of lots of long balls, back and forth being played between the two sides. Obviously, a few. There was the stop for the injury and the substitution. A lot of space on both ends of the pitch. Handball on Mane. Yeah, it's a handball. Go, Mo. Good ball. Decent counterattacking chance there. I do love to see Matip, Van Dijk, and Fabinho getting consistent minutes together. That spine of our team is so important, of course, and it was lacking so much last season, of course, with the injuries to center back and Fabinho playing center back, et cetera, et cetera. Oh, Salah with the tap in. Will it be? Is it onside? It looked like he came from an onside position. 1-0 Liverpool. 1-0 Liverpool. He's onside. Mo Salah on the score sheet early. I think it was a Curtis Jones shot parried by the keeper. And Salah nicked it off of the defender and just tapped it in. It was almost too easy of a goal. Curtis Jones with a nice shot. Oh, that's a terrible touch by the center back, to be fair. The Porto center back took a touch and played it right into Salah's path, and Salah just tapped it in. McDonald's. Well, I am a vegan now, unfortunately, for my pleasure in terms of food. But I used to love like the chicken selects with like fries and then a McFlurry, of course. Would definitely be my go-to. What about you, man? 1-0 Liverpool. 1-0 Liverpool. Salah is on the score sheet. Daniel, what up? Welcome. Subscribe if you are new. If you're just tuning in, Salah has just scored a poacher's goal. Took it off the Porto defender after a poor touch. After the Curtis Jones shot was parried by the keeper. And Liverpool are cruising. Pepe injured in the warm-up. Otavio injured in the first 5 or 10 minutes, subbed off in the 13th, I believe it was. So we seem to be in control, although the match has been a bit end-to-end, lots of space on the pitch. Porto Porto now will most likely drop back a bit with the injuries. Not saying they won't go for an equalizer, of course, but I think we're settling into the cadence of the match, as I said, and we will have more possession, most likely. Yeah, Grujic would be interesting to see how he fares against us on the bench. And again, Liverpool really look in control now. We've pushed Porto back into their half, 10 men behind the ball. We're playing our high line, possessing the ball a bit better. What a ball from Virgil, right into Mane's path. Ugh. His pass is behind Robertson, intercepted. Mane, man, like it's just his decision making in the final third and his touch just lets him down. That wasn't out. Chris, stop. Yeah, I need to make that my Twitter handle, Jared Massivton. That's good, man. That's very good. With the this match is far from over, but with the injuries to Pepe, obviously a veteran, a leader, an incredible defender still at his age. With the injury to him and Otavio with the early goal, this could get a bit ugly for Porto. Still very early, but Liverpool are really taking a stranglehold over the match now. 12 people, but not 12 likes. I know. People, the viewers are slacking. We appreciate you guys being here, though. Seriously, drop a comment in the box if you want to. If you have any thoughts on the match, what are you liking? What are you not liking? It honestly is amazing how Milner just seamlessly slots into any position. I swear he could play goalie and he would just somehow be decent at it. Put in like a 7 out of 10 performance. Such a valuable player. I mean, a leader, a veteran, someone who takes amazing care of his body. A great what a move by Salah. Oh, handball? Might be a handball. They will VAR that. And that's a foul on Milner. Speak of the devil. But Milner is such a great influence on the young players, even the not young but not old players, just teaching them how to further their careers, take care of themselves. That does look like a handball. His arm was extended from his body. Doesn't look like it's going to be given. Ronaldo won strength from Milner's Ribena, and ever since he never he honestly, like, he has those CR7 qualities. Like he doesn't look his age. He takes such good care of himself. He's just almost like he has that obsessive nature. We are definitely lucky to have him, and he's been an integral part of our success in the past 2 to 3 years for sure. Plus 3 or 4, really. Milner on decent ball, but cleared away by Porto, and Porto are countering now. Fabinho with the clearance. Boys, drop a like, subscribe. Ladies, gentlemen, neither of the two. Everyone is welcome here, and we welcome you wherever you are watching from. We thank you for tuning in. Sometimes there's more of us, and going forward, we might have more people on these live streams. We're trying to figure out the technical aspect of things, which can be difficult with our team because we are spread out all over the world, from Merseyside to Brooklyn, where I'm from, to Indiana and elsewhere. So Jota, oh, Jota nearly. Thanks, Chris. Thank you, man. Means a lot. Should Simicast have started today, Daniel? We were talking about this. I was talking to Charlie about this at the beginning of the match. We play City on Sunday, correct? So they do have 4 days between matches, which to them might feel like a lot. Obviously, if you think about the Christmas holiday period, they'll be playing a match every 2-3 days for a certain amount of time. So who knows what goes into who starts and who doesn't, training, tactics, one team's play style compared to another. There's so much that goes into it that obviously we're not privy to. I think Robbo is still leagues ahead of Simicast. I love him. I love Simicast, but Robbo's physicality, his work rates, that left foot, his crossing. I mean, he's just it's gonna be hard for Simicast to displace him or even come close. But we are lucky to have him. Very lucky to have him, and the signing has worked out. Piling on the pressure now. Porto look a bit shell-shocked. I think teams like the Premier League obviously is arguably the most fast-paced league in Europe, in the world. So I think teams are naturally shocked from other leagues, other parts of Europe when they play high-quality Premier League sides. But Liverpool is even fast-paced for the Prem, like the counter-pressing, the switch of play. So I think sometimes we play these teams who are really good, solid sides, but and they're just shell shocked. And it seems like we've really taken control of the match here. Daniel, my favorite player is Bobby Firmino, far and away. I love the man. I love his attitude. I love how selfless he is. Obviously, even as a striker, he plays more of the false nine role, but he's so selfless, always looking to. I feel like he'd rather assist than score. I also love silky players with flair. I just love like the beautiful aspect of the game. So yeah, definitely Firmino. Stop, boys. I'm gonna blush. I don't want to blush on stream. Boys, I'm having fun. I'm having a lot of fun. Liverpool's cruising. Porto, you never wish injury upon anyone and on any side. But Porto, with the Pepe injury and the Otavio injury, I'm sure that really threw the balance of the team off. We got the early goal, and we are really cruising. Porto have had a few decent openings on the counter for sure. That will always be a possibility when playing against us with our high line, but nothing has looked too threatening from them after kind of the first 5 or 10 minutes. There's just a lot of space on in the Porto final third. There's a lot of space. Yeah, Jack's voice. Jack's voice is like a hot knife through butter, man. Oh, come on, eh? Also, I hate to pile. I'm hard on Mane because we've seen how brilliant and incredible he can be, right? So if we had never seen him reach these heights, I wouldn't be so critical. But it seems like he just never he makes the obvious decision that he like telegraphs to the defense, and they just easily cut out his passes and his touches. And again, there leading up to that corner, he played the simple cross, the simple squared pass when he should have lofted it over the defenders. There, we had about three guys at the back post. Again, just seems like his decision making, his confidence just seems to have taken a step back over the past season plus. I think Charlie's number one. Actually, I can't have an opinion. I can't be biased because if I say that, then Chris gets mad. He DMs me separately. He's like, "Oh my gosh, Jared, how could you say that?" So I can't. 30 minutes gone by. Liverpool 1, Porto nil. And if we win today, we will be in really good shape in the group. They're showing the replay now on the goal, and maybe not the best parry. Could have parried it wider, but the touch from the defender was. If that ball's flying towards you, just hit it out of bounds. In my opinion. Salah is a machine, man. He is not human. If you're just joining us, welcome in LFC Transfer Room. My name is Jared Massington, doing the solo host today. The Reds are cruising at Porto, 1-0. And another Liverpool goal looks way more likely than a Porto equalizer. Obviously, that could change. One fluke counterattack, one tweak at halftime could really change things. But as of now, we do look to be in really good control of the match. Porto have not had sustained possession for probably the past 10 to 15 minutes of the match. There we go. Good ball, Hendo. And Porto cannot get out of their own half. Firmino or Jota? Kessie's been sent off in the Milan game, but they're leading. Interesting. That will be a massive loss for them. Arguably their best player, most important player. Jota, Firmino. I'll say this. I think it depends on what you need. Jota he has more shot power. He's more clinical and ferocious. Kind of. He just has that killer mentality in front of net where he's not going to hesitate. He's going to rip the shot. He's a great finisher. He's great in the air as well. Firmino probably has higher defensive work rates, better on the ball, better dribbling, better link up play. So it really depends what you need. It's a really tough one though. What do you think, Daniel? But it's a good problem to have. Obviously, the signing of Jota was a lot of people argued it was too expensive of a fee that we paid to Wolves. It couldn't have worked out better. I said it in my video that I made yesterday that will be published soon on the channel, going through our ratings in FIFA. But oh, and here comes Jota on the counter. Oof. Too close to the keeper from Milner. But I said it in our video, in the video that I filmed yesterday for the channel. Jota was kind of the only bright spark from last year. I mean, so many painstaking matches that we all suffered through. But Jota's emergence as a young star was really encouraging. Obviously Salah as well, but we're used to Salah just being a machine. So, and we're really dominating the midfield. Porto cannot link up play from their back line to their forwards. God, Mane. That's what I'm guys, you see what I'm talking about? Someone talk to me about Mane, man. It's like it's like he's watching the game on lag and he's a second behind. It's so weird. PSG are winning. Sheriff beating Madrid. Wow. Imagine Sheriff qualified from that group. That would be absolutely mad. Bruges drawing with Leipzig. So much space in this Porto final third. We forced them pretty far back. They can't get out of their own half. And there's just lots of gaps, lots of holes in the defense. I prefer Scousers over Americans too, Caitlin. So I don't fault you at all. I would have to agree with that. I prefer many cultural groups over Americans, to be fair. Okay. 37th minute. And I would do my Scouse accent on here, but I'm nowhere near ready. It's not ready yet. It's being refined. It's being workshopped. Okay. Porto on the counter. Luis Diaz. Shut down by Matty. Porto have a bit of possession in our third for the first time in what feels like 20 minutes. I wonder if they will make another change at halftime. It's been a rough half for them. Oh, of course, Kaylin. I could listen to a Scouse accent like all day. It's very comforting to me. I would love to live in Liverpool someday. That would be incredible. All right, Porto still sustaining possession. Cross from the right wing. Falls to 7. Diaz, no. All right, let's see this half out, boys. I'd be happy with a 1-0 lead at halftime. 39th minute. Barry White is a singer. He's a famous American singer, if I'm not mistaken. He has a very deep voice. Fabinho is so immense. He's so immense. Ah, poor ball from Mo. I would hate to play against Fabinho, man. You love all accents, Kaylin. I assume you're not Scouse. Let me know where you're from. Salah on the counter. I think Curtis Jones is offside. Let the ball roll. Yep, flag is up. We will do boys and girls, Caitlin, and non-gender binary folk. Everyone are welcome here, of course. But it is a habit I think we all could break. I'm not Scouse Jared. I'm from Newcastle. Oh, you're Geordie, correct? Right, Geordie. So you don't support Liverpool, Caitlin, or do you? I feel like that would be pretty. That would be pretty against the rules if you didn't support Newcastle. Mane fouled on the edge of the box. Very nice area. A few feet outside the 18-yard line. Oh, you do? Okay. Good to know, Caitlin. I feel like Charlie would not put up with that otherwise. Who's impressed you so far from Porto and Liverpool? I mean, from Liverpool, it would have to be Fabinho. Kind of, I would say our whole midfield, Fabinho, Hendo, and Kurtis. They've really controlled the match. Porto have not been able to play out of their half really at all, aside from a few counters that weren't too threatening. And I from Porto, no one's really stood out. It feels like they're, I don't want to say hanging on, but they seem a little shell shocked from the injuries and from the early goal, which was a bit of a howler from their center back, or from their left back, excuse me, Zaidu Sanusi. Luis Diaz has been decent. On the left flank. He's had some space out there on the counter. But yeah, not much else from Porto. Nice strike from Hendo. Her family's Sunderland fans. Ooh. That's tough. I was gonna say being Newcastle supporter would be tough, but being a Sunderland supporter, that hurts. All Sunderland. Okay. All right. Well, I like that you've converted. Welcome to the. I'm glad you've seen the light. You know. I do feel bad for Sunderland. What a shit time they've had. All right, we're in the 44th minute. Foul by Jordan Henderson. Very nice, Charlie. But yeah, very good half for Liverpool. We've exacted our control on the match. We could have generated a few more chances. I think in the final third, we've had a few misplaced passes. My main man, Mane, has had a few poor touches and poor balls. But we've had a really, really great half. But only a goal up. Still a long time to go. Tactics, I'm sure, will be changed at halftime by Porto. Fabinho's been just immense. Oh, what a ball. Goal? Was he onside once again? Mane with the tap in. What a ball from Milner. Oh, my days. Doing his best Trent impression there. Whips a ball in past everyone. And finds Mane at the back post. Wide open. Just taps it in after a nice switch from Fabinho. 2-0 Liverpool. 2-0 Liverpool. What a ball. James. Oh, the goalie's got to get that. That's I guess, yeah, he expected Jota to get a toe on it and maybe misdirect it. So he started to go out for the cross. Then he kind of pulled up and hesitated and tried to make his body big. And then Jota didn't get to it and it went right past the keeper to Mane. What a ball. Best fullbacks in the world. Facts, man. 2-0 Liverpool as we head into halftime. What a match. I'm having a great time. We have been clinical. We've bossed the midfield, and this is starting to look like could get a bit ugly for Porto here. 2-0. Goal check. They are. Oh, okay. The goal stands. I guess the VR had a look at it. What a ball from Milner, man. Just whipped it past like 3 defenders. Really nice curve. And that is the half. 2-0 Liverpool at the half. I only ever said I support them because my great-granddad played for them. Oh, wow. Well, that's incredible. Yeah, that makes sense that your family would support them. Of course. He wouldn't mind if you converted. All right, fair. 2-0 Liverpool. If you're enjoying the stream, please leave a like and subscribe. They are showing the end of the PSG City match. Paris lead 1-0. 2 minutes of injury time here in the first half. The announcers here are saying that although City trail, they've really controlled most of the match and deserve at least an equalizer, if not the lead. Halftime in Porto, Liverpool lead 2-0. On Paramount Plus right now, they are showing the end of the PSG Man City first half. There's a minute left in injury time. City are down 1-0. Not sure who scored for PSG. I mean, this PSG side is just a joke. It's just a joke. Genie does not appear to be in the starting lineup today. I don't think he's played a ton since signing, at least from what I've seen.
Hello, fella.
Charlie, what's up?
I'm just chilling. Can you hear yourself?
No.
Okay, good. If you can, let me know.
Okay.
Hey.
What up?
How are we?
I'm good. What a half.
I haven't seen any of it, so you have to enlighten me. What happened?
And we're still live, correct, fellas?
Yes.
Yeah, still live.
I thought so. Just wanted to make sure. Didn't want either of you to say anything crazy. Yeah. So we really the first 5 to 10 minutes were end to end. Lots of long balls being played, kind of ugly stuff, kind of disjointed. They had the injury to Otavio, and then we really settled in, took control. We started bossing the midfield, and they couldn't really get out of their own half. And Salah had a tap in kind of. And then a beautiful ball from Milner to Mane at the back post. So 2-0. Flying,
Excellent.
I would say. What do you think, Charlie?
Yeah, I think Curtis Jones has been sick.
Yeah.
He's definitely putting in a performance to really try and cement his place as, one of Liverpool's midfielders, and now is definitely a great time to do it. I think we have like that clinical edge sometimes. We could probably be 3-4-0 up if we really wanted to.
Yeah.
But, we're 2-0 up. It's from two really simple goals too, isn't it? Just tap-ins. So, yeah, happy. Decent game, just a nice little chill one. I told Chris I was absolutely not worried about losing this, and he was like, well, it's going to be a squeaky 1-0. But all the talk about this Dragon Stadium or whatever it is, I'm just overhyped in my opinion. I knew we were easy win all the time.
Yeah, we seem to be really comfortable every time we play away at Porto over the during the Klopp era at least. The stadium seems to have some stands empty, I'm sure due to COVID regulations, but it's fairly packed, so it doesn't seem to phase us. It's definitely easier than a Tuesday at Stoke, right?
And to be fair, when it was full before, we beat them 5-0 and 4-1. So, I mean, I suppose I am eating my own words a little bit. We're doing really well, from what I've seen anyway, and what I've listened to from you, Jared. But there is I don't know if you can hear the absolute craziness that's going on in my kitchen right now.
No, it sounds really relaxing and quiet, actually. Maybe it's because we're all talking, but
do you want me to take you out there?
Viewers, what would you like to see? Prajeeth says 2 errors from the goalkeeper. Basically, I would have to agree. I think the first goal was more on the right, the left back, because I think he should have, on his first touch, he tried to control it. I think he should have just hit it out of bounds. The goalkeeper parried the ball into his path. Obviously, it's coming at him very fast, and he tries to take a touch. It's really heavy, and it falls right to Salah. The second one was definitely a goalkeeper error. James Milner whipped in that ball across the face of goal. I think Jota was close to getting a toe on it, and the keeper was trying to react because he thought the ball was going to come up, and then so he didn't go for the try to get a hand on it, and then it fell right to Mane. So, yeah.
This I had not a clue what he's doing for the second one. I don't. He's just went out and just you know what? I'm not going to catch this, even though I probably should. I'm just not going to.
Second one was poor.
Yeah.
Caitlin, if you're still watching, by the way, just close your eyes and listen to Barry White.
But for new people as well, make sure you subscribe. Content like this all the time. Obviously, you got Jared's beautiful face all the time. Yeah, and Chris as well. Can't leave Chris out.
Absolutely.
Yeah, leave a like as well. Always helps us out.
My nice moisturized skin. Why would you want to miss it?
We appreciate you guys being here.
Yeah, it's been good. It's been really good live stream. You've done really well so far, mate. So hopefully,
thank you, Chris.
Can keep going. But yeah, Kurtis once again, fantastic. I think he's gone up a level since last season. It seemed like last season he was a little bit restricted, almost in the way that he was playing. Maybe that was due to the centre back issue. I don't know what you guys think, but he looks free.
Yeah, I mean, it was actually Curtis. I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't listening. I was writing a tweet out.
Yeah, Kurt, it was Matty.
Oh yeah. Nah, he looks good. He's obviously, I feel like he's getting a lot more confidence. He's had 2 shots now, both on target, at least one on target anyway. So look, if that shot's getting him a lot more confidence, then you know what, it's great for us because he offers something that a lot can't offer in our midfield. That Coutinho-esque shooting, which it's probably only him and really Naby Keita on a fluke day, and Oxlade-Chamberlain as well. But again, it's Curtis's all-round game. I think complements it a lot more than them two. So yeah, I'm happy he's finally doing good. Hopefully he gets a goal. I'd love a goal from him.
I haven't seen any stats on Twitter, but I wonder when the last time a same player scored in the 3 consecutive away games against the same team. Because Mo's done it against Porto 3 times in a row now. It's probably Ronaldo or Messi has probably done it.
In the
But
Champions League.
Yeah, in the Champions League. I just want to put it out there. If there's any stat finders who are watching this, when was the last time a player scored in 3 consecutive away games against the same team? Because that's probably another record that Mo Salah's broken today.
Yeah, well, I know Mane's got like 9, the record for the Premier League, 9 in a row against Palace. But,
Yeah. I'll message Big Duncan Alexander, see if he can get anything.
Yes, Sam Maguire on the case too.
Yeah.
But again, also too, Atletico Madrid still losing. So that's good for us.
That's great for us,
Good
isn't
news.
it?
Yeah. I think best result out of that is probably a draw, but I think AC Milan also winning is a good result.
Yeah. Anything but Madrid winning, isn't it? Really.
Guys,
Yeah, honestly.
I have a question to pose. In terms of revenge-seeking feelings, are you guys more excited to face Atleti in the Champions League or Everton in the domestic league?
Oof. Everton always.
Do you know what? Yeah, I've been watching us play Everton for years, and before 2013, like in Liverpool, like Everton were sort of getting up there a bit. We were finishing top 4, and like a few years before last season, I think they finished above us. And I always remember like going through school and people were like, "Oh yeah, Everton," like everyone was like, "Oh, Everton are sick." And then 2013, since then, it's just been dominating us. Like we're dominating them.
Yeah.
So I feel like I've lost that whole like Everton are rivals.
I don't know.
I just don't
know.
I just don't see them as that. I much prefer like Man United for me are our biggest rivals.
Of
And
course.
always will be. And if you offer me a United game over Everton, I'd snap your hand off. Like I prefer it.
Yeah.
I'd probably prefer Atletico purely on the fact that what they did to us and the fact we won't have Adrian in goal.
But Charlie, may I tempt you with a crying Richarlison here?
Yeah,
Wouldn't that be so good.
Do you know what's brought me into the whole Everton like romanticism a bit more is the fact that we've been scoring last minute winners against them for the past few years. That's always great. That always brings it up a notch. But look, if we get a Fernando Llorente own goal in the 98th minute.
Do you mean Marcus Llorente?
Marcus Llorente. There's too many Llorentes, man. An own goal, and he's put a picture of his dog up before the game as well.
His fucking dog. Oh, excuse me, his dog. He named his dog. He named his dog Enfield after his coming of age performance, which was essentially fair to the guy. Some nice finishes on a big stage in a hostile environment. Of course,
and it just doesn't count. Though,
exactly.
To be fair, I don't think Alisson would have saved that first one.
But the distribution, Alisson would never have let that happen.
It's interesting you ask this, Jack, because we've got a video on FIFA going out tomorrow. So make sure you stick around for that.
And the thumbnails are the actual cards too.
Yeah, they are the actual cards. Definitely. Definitely. I would never, ever design a thumbnail that wasn't 100% authentic.
We don't do that here.
Prajeeth with an interesting comment. Rafa back at Merseyside. Isn't Everton considered on Merseyside as well?
Yeah, Everton, yeah.
Yes. So he's back in general. Excuse my American lack of understanding of Scouse geography. But it's tough. I mean, the Atleti tie, like, it's such a wound for me because that was our last big European night in front of the fans, and their win at home was so jammy when they got that in the first leg of the tie. They got that little tap in on the corner kick, and then they just sat back the whole match. And I remember we had like what felt like 30 shots on goal, and we just couldn't get a goal to save our lives. Then they come to Anfield, we dominate as we all expected we would. We turn the tie around, and then it's like the flukiest Adrian mistakes that lead to.
To be fair as well, we should have scored. We should have scored like 8 goals in the second leg too.
Yeah,
like the finishing was horrendous.
And I
It was
think
crazy.
I think that game was amplified by the fact that it was the last game before COVID, and we couldn't get over it by winning the next game.
Yeah.
And then,
Yeah.
it was like 3 months before we could like get over it effectively.
And then but then the Everton tie last season, obviously the injury to Thiago, the injury to Van Dijk, that was the same match, right?
Yeah.
Just and it was a pretty
And the last offside goal where Mane's arm was like that.
and that kind of marked the major turnaround or the major decline of our season. So two massive fixtures on the calendar, of course. So anyway.
Yeah.
It's an interesting one, isn't it? I 100%. If you offer it me now, I think we get out of the Champions League anyway. Get out of the group without wins over Atletico Madrid. But I just love being Everton. I love it.
I think the stadium's going to be bouncing as well. But anyway,
for Everton,
for Atletico,
of course.
Yeah, but I think the game's about to start anyway.
All right.
So I'm gonna leave you, but make sure you subscribe and like because
if you don't subscribe, then what's wrong with you? Like,
I know. Like
it's free.
See on other channels you get like one person. On this one, we've got like 8.
And
9.
we all love you individually. Like we give you everything.
Yeah.
If you need us, just call us up.
Anyway, lads.
Cheers, boys.
Thanks, guys. Solo Dolo, back Solo Dolo. The second half is about to start. The players are running out to warm up. 2-0